Well, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. Let's jump straight into it. So the SPX, we have just reset the new opening range. So if the SPX closes above 4717.75 on the daily chart, then we are in bullish opening range mode with the overall market. If it closes below 4694.22, we are in bearish opening range mode with the overall market. That was set on the third Friday of the month, which has just occurred on the 19th. So we will see what occurs there. Now, if we look here at the workspace, we can see the NASDAQ all-time highs well above that 16,000 level, very bullish. The Russell 2000, which broke out of a trading range it had been in for months, now having a bit of a pullback, just closing below the 21 EMA. We've spoken about the S&P 500. The Dow Jones Industrials just broke below the 21. That's a little bearish. We'll keep an eye on that. And the transports is sitting right on the 21 EMA at the moment. If we go down into the sectors, have a bit of a look at what's going on there. The largest sector in the market, technology, moving up strongly, as you'd expect after looking at the NASDAQ. Second largest sector, financials, has broken below the 21, looking a little bearish at this point. Consumer discretionary, very strong. Consumer staples sitting right on the 21 EMA. And finally, after many days of being above the 21 and being quite bullish, energy is now retreating somewhat. Retail sales have been very strong last week. Headline and core retail sales were very strong, so that's broken out of a trading range and still above the 21, so that's looking quite good. Healthcare looks okay as well. So I suppose in a nutshell, nothing particularly bearish about the market as of yet, although we do have an opening range now that was set, and we need to keep a close eye on that because we don't really have a clear direction at the moment. The skew, which is the perceived risk of a 2 standard deviation move or more to the downside, in other words, a market crash, anything above 135, 148 right now, shows the market is concerned about the smart money is concerned about the market moving down. So that's something to keep an eye on. But that in and of itself is not enough to start loading up the boat with bearish positions. But we will keep an eye on that. Now, there is a lot of economic news occurring, particularly on Wednesday. We've got the existing home sales today, but we have a look at Wednesday. Durable goods orders, GDP, the total economic output of the United States, international trade in goods, jobless claims, new home sales, personal income and outlays, petroleum status report, and the Federal Reserve meeting minutes from the last meeting will be dissected as well. So Wednesday's a pretty big day, actually. So we'll keep a close eye on that and see if we do get any market movements as a result of Wednesday. But certainly a lot going on there. Now, as far as positions that we have on, let's have a bit of a look at those. Well, Microsoft, we set up a call debit vertical spread. You may have seen me do this a couple of weeks ago. And we needed the stock to get above 340, right? So needed Microsoft to get above 340. It was 329 at the time. We put $405 into the trade per spread that we bought. It's now worth $5.75. So we've made, it's now worth $6.98, right? That was last week. So we've made $293 for every 405 we put in, right, of pure profit, right, adding 293 on top of the 405 that we put in. So we've made a 72.3% return in 3 weeks. So what we're going to do now with Microsoft is just go ahead and close that trade out. What a great trade that was. Speaking of great trades, here's another one. You may have heard me talk about this one with CleanSpark. I like this company. I believe by the beginning of 2023, it'll be worth $80. Right now, sitting at 18. This stock, what we did is we set up a covered call on this. So we sold the out of the money 1750 strike call when we bought the stock for 1453. So this was, not that long ago, 38 days ago, right? It finished at 18. So what we did is we made a 26.6% return in 38 days on that trade. What a great trade that was. Marathon Digital, what we did is we sold the 40 put option, right? Looking to buy it at $40. It closed at $54.69. We made a 4.69% return on that trade. Riot, what did we do on that one? We sold a cash secured put option at 25. We made a 6.8% return on that one in 31 days. Another winning trade. So doing pretty well there. And the other one that we've got on is Hut 8 Mining. Now, this one's out to the 17th of December, so we've still got some time to go until this one does expire and bring us another winning trade. But what we've done with this one, I'll just show it to you here on the chart, which is, where is the chart? There it is. Hut 8 Mining, right? We've had a bit of a pullback here to 1322. We've agreed to buy it down here at 10, so miles away from where it is right now. That looks like it's going to be another winning trade. So very happy with that one. Now, another trade that we had on was with Facebook, which will soon be called Meta Platforms. Now, what we've done with this one is we've agreed to buy it at $330. Okay, so we received $928 day one for agreeing to buy the stock, Facebook, at a price that we want to own it at, right? We decide where we're going to buy the stock. So 2.8% return on that one if it does stay above 330. Since we've got in, let's have a bit of a look at Facebook. It's had a nice move, right? Sitting at 346.80 in pre-market. So that one's looking really good. Looks like another winning trade there as well. Another one we got into, you would have seen me speak about this last week, was Micron Technology. We've agreed to buy the stock at $67.50, and we got a very nice premium for that. And what happened? The stock had a huge move, right? So there's another winning trade. That was very nice also. So, a whole range of winning trades there that are looking just fantastic. In fact, for this month, what we've actually been able to do is just have a whole series of winning trades here. Obviously, CleanSpark was our best one for the month. Microsoft was our best at 72.3% return for the month, or 3 weeks. This was our best one for the month, 26.6% after Microsoft. So that was nice, right? So Microsoft, 72.3% winning trade. Riot, 6.8% winning trade. This is all in the last 4 weeks. Marathon Digital, 4.6% winning trade. CleanSpark, like you're looking at right now, 26.6% return. Tesla, 1.7% return. Palantir, 3.3% return. APPS, 5.3% return. Facebook looks like it's going to be a winning trade. MU looks like it's going to be a winning trade. SIG was another one. We sold the cash secured 80 strike put option. That's going to be another winning trade. And Hut Mining, if it stays above 10 come the 17th of December, that will be another winning trade, 14.3% return. So absolutely crushing it is the only way to describe that. Now, a new one now that you could look at is PayPal. Now, PayPal, I spoke about this last week, and some people were asking me, Sean, how could we monetize this? What would you do? Well, I like PayPal, right? Just have a quick look here at PayPal. So if we just click here on statistics, the market cap is higher than the enterprise value or the takeover value. Return on equity, 24.3%. That's very solid as well. A lot of cash compared to the debt. Okay, so it's got more cash than debt, so that's a good thing as well. Institutions love it. Over 81% of the stock is owned by institutions. If I have a quick look here at this, the analysts expect the earnings per share to increase from now going forward to next year by a good amount. But more importantly than that, the growth rates here per annum over 20%. So that's very solid. I think where this stock is right now, if we just go back here, trading at over $300 just 3 or 4 months ago, to being down here at 193. My goodness me, this is a great time to come in and actually buy PayPal. I think that's at a discount. So, financials, you can see the revenues certainly moving in the right direction, no doubt about that. And the balance sheet, total assets compared to total liabilities, much greater assets than liabilities, so that's a good thing as well. Obviously, we can go a lot deeper than that, but we don't have time. Now, I do like the company, so what am I going to do? That is a good question. I spoke about PayPal last week, but said, yeah, Sean, how are you going to make money from it? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the cash secured 180 strike put option, right? So I'm going to agree to buy this stock down at this support level here of 180. If it comes down to 180 and closes below there, then I'm happy to own the stock. If I want to own Apple at 180, no problems, right? So this is what it would look like for those people that were asking me about this. Is PayPal, yeah. So 193.61. I'm going to agree to buy it at 180. I'm going to receive $568 for every one put option that I sell, day one. This is for the next 60 days, for the 21st of January 2022. That'll be a 3.2% return if I don't need to buy the stock. One of two things will happen. It'll finish above 180, which means I'll keep the $568 and I don't have to buy PayPal. If it does finish below 180, I'll still keep the $568. I'll buy PayPal at 180, not Alibaba, PayPal, right? So with a cost basis of 174.32. How do you work that out? The put option, 180, that's the price we're agreeing to buy it, minus the premium we're getting, the money we're getting for agreeing to buy it. It takes our break even, our cost basis, down to 174.32. So that's definitely a trade that I'm looking at. Now, another one here that you could be interested in as well is C Limited. Now, this is an interesting company. This is something that has been growing its earnings at an insane growth rate, right? It is just incredible what it's been doing, and I'll show you that in a moment. But this one here, their digital entertainment platform right here, Garnier. Now, this one here, they've increased their active users in the last quarter by 45% year over year. And that is obviously very good. Now, if we look here at their Shopee e-commerce platform, which is right here, that's seen 127% growth. So some pretty impressive growth going on here. And the gross profit is also up 364% year over year. So this is a company that is very interesting, and a company that I believe will move much higher going forward. There's been around 15 analysts that have analyzed this and given their projected targets for this over the last 3 months, and they believe that this stock could be their target is $408. So that's interesting. Bit of a fall recently. Let's go back to PayPal quickly. The analysts have given this a rating over the next 12 months, or the price target, should I say, of $276. So sort of back to these prior highs here. So that's what I'm looking for as well. But anyway, back to SE. I'm going to agree to buy it just below the 200-day moving average here, down at this support level of 280. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. But let me just show you this company. I just want to show you one thing here. Return on equity is terrible, but if we look here at their income statement, look at their revenue. Almost doubling, right? Doubling every year for the last 5 years. My goodness me, that is incredible. This is a company that could be very interesting going forward. Next 5 years don't really have any growth estimates there, but next year 57.2%. So right now they are still running at a loss. I understand that, but I think what they're doing is they're putting a lot of that money back into the company. Buying more assets, plant and equipment, trying to grow their revenues. And I think that this is a company that once it does go from at a loss where it is now, reinvesting in itself, getting to a break even, and then into a profitable position, I think you'll start to see this stock really move considerably higher. So I do like this company. I don't necessarily want to go in and buy it straight away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the 280 strike put option. Received $905 day one for the 21st of the first 2022 expiry, 60 days from now. That'll be around a 5% return. If it finishes above 280, come the 22nd, sorry guys, the 21st of the first 2022. We'll get there eventually. That's the expiry, the date we're getting in. Oh my goodness me, I've been talking for too long. My brain's not working. There we go, right? That's the date we're getting in, Sean, right now. Now, we're looking for this to expire. Well, it will expire on the 21st of the 1st, 2022, right? We got there. That's the date today. So 60 days from now, if it remains above 280, we will keep the $905. We don't buy the stock. If it does finish below 280, then we will keep the $905 and we will buy the stock, because that's what we said we were going to do when we sold the 280 strike put option. Our cost basis will be $270.95, and I think that'll be a good price for this company that I believe could go to $400 plus. So there are just a couple of ideas that we're looking at as well. A couple of other things that looked interesting to me also was Apple starting to move up. That is interesting. Could see some move there. Potential spread setting up at 165, 160 for the 21st of Jan next year, 2022. Could be an idea. CHSH, that's interesting as well. Just come in a little bit there. That one looks interesting. Looks like it could potentially move higher there as well. Might set some sort of spread up on that one. So a couple of ideas there, and we have been absolutely crushing it with our trades. We're going to continue to do so, and we will continue to make money. Now, I just wanted to let you guys know about the money wheel strategy, something I've been talking about for a while, something I've been using for 2 decades to generate very good returns. It involves selling cash secured put options to get into a stock, then selling call options to get out of the stock, the whole time reducing our cost basis, bringing in income. It's a very conservative strategy. It works very well, particularly when you know how to manage it, when things go well, when things go badly, which tends to happen. You need to know what to do. I'll show you how a stock that I got into dropped 38%, right? Dropped 38%, and I still got out of the trade within 3 months for a profit. And I was utilizing this money wheel strategy. So that's what happens when it goes wrong, right? You got to know how to do that as well. And then also I want to show you my 100x strategy. Now, this is something that can really make you a lot of money as well. So I utilize this whole money wheel, and a portion of my money that I make from selling the cash secured puts, setting up covered calls or collar trades, some of the money goes into this 100x strategy. So I look for stocks that are massively undervalued, that can have a large potential move, and then I utilize the power of options, right? Where I create synthetics, risk reversals. It sounds complicated, but it's not that difficult, and you can get explosive growth in the options by doing that, right? And this is something that I've been able to do many times. I'll show you an exact trade that I did that did make 100x within 20 days. Right, so some pretty powerful stuff there. If you want to attend this money wheel, I'll be running this money wheel webinar. You'll learn a lot of important things that are going on globally we need to know about, and financially really. But then I'm going to talk about the money wheel strategy, my 100x, and how I make my money, right? How I've been able to do this for the last 2 decades, and I think you'll get a huge amount out of it. If you want to register for this, send an email to support@cashflow options, all one word, cashflow options with an s.com.au, and we will give you the link. You can register for that. I'm running 2 live sessions tomorrow, in the morning and in the afternoon. Make sure you attend that. A lot of people have been asking me about this money wheel strategy. Sean, how do you make your money? How have you been able to do this for the last 2 decades? I'll talk about that. I'll show you in detail how it works, and then I'll show you how one of our members have utilized it for the last 22 months, and they've turned a $240,000 account into over $5 million US. So pretty powerful stuff. Look forward to presenting that tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you there tomorrow as well. But for now, I will talk to you again tomorrow. If you attend the Money Wheel Strategy, you don't want to miss that. And then I'll talk to you next week as well. All right, guys, thanks so much for listening. My name's Sean Allison. All the best, and bye for now.